Well, you were happy with tuning into a little Bill Maher. You were trying to get that in before the show.
Oh yeah,
I know you. It was very important
it
that
was.
you.
No, it was. So, and I read a lot of shit, and it's like I posted yesterday a picture of me feeding my son a bottle, and a lot of people um, would make a post like, I really don't like you. I never liked you as a wrestler. I absolutely can't stand your political views, but I feel for you, man, because I'm a dad. And I want to say to people like, hey, just because we have different political views doesn't mean that I'm a bad guy or you're a bad guy. We just have different political views. Like, would you fucking hate me if I was because I'm a Tigers fan and you're a Yankees fan?
Agreed, 100%. But it's become it's gotten very
It's
bad.
it's
People have gotten implicit permission to hate the person who's different from them.
Bill
politically.
Bill Maher called it today. It's the fucking it's the frozen civil war. Like it's a civil war but it's just like a frozen civil war. And but what he said was, and he was on Ari's show on MSNBC.
Yeah.
And Bill Maher said, he said, one of the biggest problems is media shows like this, that all they talk about is, oh, look, we've got a camera in the courtroom and Trump is going to be in there, ba 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 ba. And Ari said, what, you don't think that'll hurt Trump? He said, I think it'll help him. It's obvious. Trump is like at 59% of the, like, after Iowa, it's over. There just has to be a primary. Iowa and New Hampshire, fucking, it's over. Trump is going to fucking be running for president of the United States. And right now, Trump is 2 points ahead of fucking Biden in the general election and a lot of fucking deals.
Well, if he's on the ballot, yes.
Right. And he will be. He'll be on I guarantee he's on that fucking ballot. So, what Maher said is, the fucking left has got to look at what the fuck, because I see it all the time, but I don't cross-examine the left like I do the right. So to me, it's just like, there are people that believe, and I'm sure that there's people on the left that think that there should be abortion up until fucking conception. I mean, it's just like, it's so far from. I believe in a woman's health issues, rights. I'm kind of up in the air I'm 14 weeks.
The term, right?
Yeah, maybe 14. I can go 14. That's about as far as that's just, I'm talking about Kevin Nash. Mm-hmm. Not talking about anybody else, but and they're saying that where these 3 and 4 year old kids are being trans, like changed.
Gender reassignment. And
yeah, I'm like, would a doctor actually do that?
No, I don't think they can at that young age. But what's happening is, and this is the fault. But both sides have their issues, and I think most thinking people understand that. There's an absolution to a lot of philosophy. So, for example, if a 5-year-old, you threw that out, right? If a 5-year-old comes to a parent and there's gender discussion, you could, in this country currently, C, schools have to address child as a different gender. Bathroom arrangements be made, and the my decision making and my view of myself and the world at 5 isn't what it was at 15, and certainly not at 25, 35, or 45. So where do you go with this? Do we go all the way
Right.
back to 5? I think these are questions that are valid to discuss. So like you're talking about where we say no abortion whatsoever versus what is the term? Beyond that, is the adult carrying the child in significant danger? Then is there an exclusion made?
I watched the
Yes,
thing.
there's so much gray area.
I watched the thing on CNN, and it was on Sunday. It was on Anderson Cooper's. I was flying home from Austin, and it's basically the equivalent of the Underground Railroad to make sure that women in states that have zero abortion rights,
Yeah.
and I mean they're putting them on Cessnas, and I mean it's and I look at it, and there was this woman, and she's like, and she's talking to the doctor, and the doctor's going to do the procedure, and she says, are you sure you want to go through with this? And she said, we're going to do an ultrasound. Would you like? And so they did the ultrasound, and she said, would you like to see the picture? And she said, yes. So she looked at it, and she said, I've been crying about this all day. She said, you want to go through with the procedure? She said, I have to. I can't feed the 3 kids I do have. And she said, well, there's adoption. And she said, I couldn't like know that it was just, and it just was one of those things where I watched it, and it's just like, there's so many layers and so much, but what Mars said to me that really struck base was, there are so many people that will vote for Donald Trump that don't like him. They don't like what he stands for, but he's just not as bad in their eyes as what the fucking far left is. And to a degree, on a lot of fucking topics, I can see that.
Some of the woke craziness.
Yeah.
There are the human rights issues, which a lot of the far right want to call everything woke. Any respect for LGBT community they call woke. So there's the legitimate human rights issues, and then there is the pushing of the envelope, and that is what's going to cost the Democratic Party votes, because people are tired of it.
And see, and
I'm tired of a lot of it.
Well, when the whole fucking this pay off the student debt thing, like, fuck, man, I worked 100 hours a week, fucking fighting in bars and everything else to make sure that I could pay fucking cash for my wife's college, and I was a scholarship athlete. I got my shit paid for because I busted my fucking ass, and it's like,
but that was an outgrowth of COVID. And the fact that people weren't in a financial situation.
But it was before that, because Bernie Sanders was one of his.
Bernie wants to give everything away for free, and I don't know how he's paying for it. But
but I mean, that's just one of those things, and it's just like, you know what? Fuck you, because I know I have so many fucking friends that I'm going to go to the University of Michigan, even though I live in Illinois, because I'm a huge fucking Wolverine fan, and I want to cheer for the fucking Wolverines. Fuck you. Do your core courses at the community college next to your fucking house, work a job, and then goddamn go to the University of Illinois in Champaign. It's a fine school, and get your goddamn degree. Fuck you. I ain't paying for it. I don't buy a Bentley, drive it for fucking 6 months, and go, you know what? Fuck, I don't want to pay for this. I'm just going to turn it in. Maybe the government will pay for it. Fuck you. I drove the same goddamn Mustang for 18 fucking years. I'm a multimillionaire. Just not a fucking asshole.
Certain colleges offer courses that other ones don't. That student might have had to go to Michigan.
Yeah, right.
And not Illinois. Michigan has an excellent theater program, by the way. It's #1 in the nation.
Bill Maher, and this, I know that you want to go to bed, so I'm going to shut the fuck. I'm going to shut the fuck up. But Bill Maher did say this. He goes. I just want to say, I want to go on record. He said that fucking mugshot, Trump fucking killed it. He said just fucking killed it.
If you're gonna take one, man.
Yeah, I mean, fuck, man. I put on my Instagram, I think I said, fucking Trump showing fucking Ben Stiller how to hit fucking blue steel. I mean, that motherfucker, man, that was like, love him, hate him, man. It's just, fuck.
What more can you say? What
Yeah.
can you say? I feel like I'm getting a pinched nerve. Do you recommend anything for this? I know I had years ago. I was
get sucker punched. Get sucker punched by fucking
by Punk,
by Phil.
I may offer my services to AEW. Oh, he's not there anymore
because he's working with children.